Hey, Don Russell here, and in this short video I want to describe and illustrate a powerful calming and emotion regulation technique called heart rate variability training. Now, to start with, heart rate. Heart rate is the pace that our heart beats at, maybe 60 to 65 beats per minute if we're healthy, maybe a little bit higher if we're maybe not so healthy or older. Heart rate tends to increase as we age. So that's heart rate. And drilling down one layer deeper is this variable called heart rate variability. Heart rate variability is referring to the difference in the pace of the heart rate according to our breath. So research has indicated that 60 or 65 beats per minute isn't actually constant. It actually increases slightly when we're inhaling our breath, and it decreases slightly when we're exhaling our breath. That's heart rate variability. And research has indicated that, well, that's a thing, first of all, and secondly, that more heart rate variability is an indicator of health, and so a little bit more change between the pace of our heart rate on our in-breath versus our out-breath. More difference is better, and also that we can train ourselves to increase the amount of heart rate variability, and that is heart rate variability training. That's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to show you and demonstrate how to improve our heart rate variability and what's called heart-brain coherence. For more information on this, go to the HeartMath Institute on the web, and you can find a bunch of information there. You can also buy simple devices that facilitate the training of heart rate variability. But for our purposes here, I'm going to demonstrate and describe as I go. So, first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to sort of turn our attention inside ourselves, and we're going to pay attention to our breath. And we're going to sort of shift to what's called parasympathetic breathing. You can find another video by me and 10,000 videos on YouTube that illustrate parasympathetic breathing. Briefly, what that is breathing from the belly and not the upper chest. When we're relatively stressed or anxious, we tend, because of muscle contractions in our upper chest, we tend to breathe more shallowly and from our upper chest. What we want to do is we want to breathe from the belly. So I'm going to move back so you can hear me a little bit more and hopefully see me. So as I'm doing parasympathetic breathing, I'm breathing in, expanding my belly, and exhaling, completely deflating my lungs. An easy way to do this is to imagine that you have a balloon in your belly, so that when you breathe in and fill your lungs, you're inflating that balloon. And as you're exhaling, you're completely deflating that balloon. So that's the parasympathetic breathing part of heart rate variability. The thing we're going to add to that, though, that sort of takes this to another level, is we're going to combine that breathing, roughly 6 breaths per minute, with an elevated emotion. What's an elevated emotion? Well, gratitude, appreciation, the feeling of loving another or being loved, or awe and wonder. Those are all elevated emotions. They sort of lift the soul of the person. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue my parasympathetic breathing, and I'm going to add to that an elevated emotion of awe and wonder is the one that I'm going to focus on, because that works well for me. So I'm going to breathe, and I'm going to fix my mind on awe and wonder for all of creation around me, this beautiful day that I find myself in, and all of the beauty and the majesty of the nature around me. There we go. Now, if I had a device from the HeartMath Institute that measures my heart rate variability, we would actually be able to see on a graph that the variability of my heart rate is actually increased during that time when I had an elevated emotion along with the parasympathetic breathing. So that's heart rate variability training. The awe and wonder that I have for the natural world around me is dissipating a little bit because it's starting to rain. So I'm going to cut this video off and stay tuned for another video.